We now head to the heart of England's Wiltshire countryside, where event rider Samantha Lissington is a long way from her New Zealand roots. But this is home now, and where she's forging a path to the very top of the sport.
My journey with horses began in a fairly unorthodox way. I was sailing around the South Pacific with my parents and my sister as a much younger girl, and we came across New Zealand on our travels. I was actually born in Australia, although we try and keep that a little bit on the quiet. But in order to convince my sister and I to move to New Zealand instead of Australia, Mum and Dad said, well, we'll buy you a pony if you come to New Zealand. So we decided to make the big move from New Zealand to the UK because a path had been laid from the likes of Mark Todd, Andrew Nicholson, Blythe Tate, and it's what we'd grown up watching and aspiring to do, and it seemed like the right path towards one day competing on a New Zealand Championship team. So we decided to move in 2019. We brought 4 horses with us and we thought we'd come have a crack. Buttermere is amazing, and it's been our home for the past 6 years. This time of year is particularly beautiful with the bluebells out, and I think it's a stunning place to be, and we pinch ourselves every day to have access to this property and to train from here in the heart of eventing in the UK. Now we have a team of about 15 horses. We've got 4 staff, 2 of them ride at 4-star level, and we have a large range of 4-star horses and 5-star horses. Really excited to be building a strong team, and we've got 3 prospects aiming towards the World Championships in Aachen in Germany. We have an amazing team here. All of my girls at the moment are from New Zealand. Normally we're not that biased, but they are really hardworking. They are here with our best interests first and the horses' welfare first. I'm very proud of how we look after our horses, and they are the people that do that. So day in, day out, they are here on the yard looking after our team. This is Darcy Delarado. She is 12 years old. She's actually off to contend her first 5-star in a couple of months, which is really exciting. So the plan is to head to Limoulin, and she's one of the 3 horses that we have aiming for the World Games. The interesting thing about Darcy is she's actually a mum. So over here we actually have Kitty, who's her daughter. So Darcy's off to do her first 5-star soon, and Kitty's off to do her first 3-star, so that's pretty cool. This is Kitty. She's an 8-year-old, and I think she's a proper Badminton Burley type. So sometimes we talk about the horses as more of like a championship type versus a 5-star horse, and I think she has all of the gallop and jump to be running around jumping those big fences at Burley and Badminton one day, so watch out for her. This is Luca Stone, or Luca as he's known to his friends. He has travelled a fair amount of distance. He's from Finland, of all places. So I bought him as a 3-star horse with good jumping results, and thought I could probably make a little bit of improvement on the flat. And now he's one of my best horses on the team. He's won his first 4-star long, and he's all qualified for Aachen, so he is one of my options to head to Germany in August this year for the World Championships, so very exciting. We're sport rotten here at Buttermere. We have access to our own grass gallops on site. They are about 1.8 kilometres long. The horses will use them regularly, so the 5-star horses will gallop sort of once every 5 days, and the younger ones maybe once every 6 days. And the hill work is amazing for the horses in terms of building up the strength and conditioning so that they can gallop long distances, do all of the undulations of the terrain out on cross country. Cross country would have to be my favourite phase. I think that's why we all get involved with it from the very beginning. But I have learnt to love dressage. Interestingly, it's my husband's favourite phase. I think you develop an understanding for it and an appreciation for it. I was a little bit sick of getting above 30, and I made a conscious effort to make it a real work on for me. And show jumping has always been enjoyable. I mean, as a kid, you just want to jump jumps, don't you? We have a fairly specific debrief, pre-brief system. So we make a plan for every day that we ride. So this morning I sit down on my computer, write down what are the things I want to achieve today, and that's based usually on what I did yesterday or what's coming up. And then for events we do the same, we call them event debriefs, and I'll write a plan for the event that's got information specific to that horse, my warm-up plan, what kinds of fences I might like for my show jumping warm-up, what are the things I might have to think about on this horse cross-country versus another horse. And then in the truck ride on the way home we usually do the debriefs, which then allows us to build a blueprint for each horse. So then that blueprint can be used for the following events to say, okay, these are the things that I do differently for this horse at a big show, which then you really build a lot of confidence in that system, because you're always editing it and it's like a living, breathing plan. I think without a doubt, the most important quality to be a successful event rider is resilience. I think this sport, equestrian in general and eventing particularly, can throw you around a lot, and I think it's your ability to use those experiences as learning opportunities, not as failures. I think everyone gets nervous, and I think if you don't get nervous, maybe you've been in the sport a very long time, and I haven't been in the sport long enough for that. So yes, I do get nervous, and I think the best way to handle nerves is to create systems, processes and planning. So we use those blueprints. I then go and execute those blueprints, and that gives me something to think about, something to focus on that is productive towards your success, as opposed to focusing on what's making you nervous. Setbacks are inevitable. It is part of our sport, and so I think the best way to cope with them is just to use them as learning opportunities to review, okay, yes, something went wrong. It may have been within my control, it may not have been within my control, and identifying those two options and then working out, okay, if it was within my control, what can I do about it? And if it wasn't within my control, let's just sleep easy. We've really had an amazing year last year. It was the most successful year of my career to date. We're currently world number 7. We've already had 2 wins this year down in Poland at Stragom, hopefully a few more to come this year. And it feels really rewarding, and like a huge amount of work has paid off. In a funny way, I always knew it would eventually, because if you stick at it long enough, you're going to get a few more grey hairs, but you're going to start doing some things right. So it feels like we have just started to get closer to those kinds of targets of blueprints on the horses and being able to turn up and deliver when required. I would really like to make a lasting impact on the New Zealand team and feel like I have done something for the sport as a whole for our country. So we are aiming towards the World Championships this year, and then following that the LA Olympics, Brisbane 2032, which would be nice to be a little close to home for that. So that's the big goal.